Yeah, Plug Talk is the best. Only podcast where the host smash the guest. Yeah, Plug Talk is the best. Only podcast where the host smash the guest. Yeah.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Plug Talk. Today we've got our lovely friend Stella here with us.
Hello. Hi.
I feel like this is kind of like the sequel to your viral appearance on the No Jumper Patreon, which actually inspired Lena and I so much and created so much confidence in us, in you, that we actually are working together. You're actually doing the accounting at No Jumper now, as well as working together with Lena and I from a management perspective. So we're super, super excited to have you here on
This is my
Plug
first time
Talk.
meeting her today. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
All the vibes.
So
I've been
crazy.
hearing about you for a while. I've talked to you on the phone a little bit.
Yes.
But I more and more I'm trusting your opinion on talent because you're making some really good decisions.
So
here.
the Sky pick was good.
Yes.
And
So you picked both.
I met both of
Yes.
you through the Patreon.
Oh, I didn't know that. I always wondered how you guys met with
Yeah.
Sky, but that's so funny.
Totally, but
Yeah.
sometimes a girl will just stand out to
Yeah,
me
yeah,
as
yeah.
like, I really think that we could work with them. And now we kind of have this vision of creating a sort of team, a little squad, a little cheerleader type squad, if
Yeah.
you will.
Yeah.
He's definitely like the creative and I'm like the, okay, let's make this happen. And like
Yes.
I've been communicating with you a lot more than he's been communicating with you, even though you met her. So it's like a little marriage
it's different,
that's
but
happening.
I like
you know?
noticed the vibe totally. Even
Yeah.
with like No Jumper things, I feel like if I had questions, I would just ask him. But like I was saying to him on the podcast last night, anything with like OnlyFans, I'm like always messaging
Yeah.
you first, like with the little details.
It's
stuff.
something it's like this new thing happening in your relationship. He's like, Lena, look at this girl. She's hot. She's cool. And I'm like, oh, awesome. Yeah, let's do it.
Which is kind of a weird
thing
bridge
in a
to get past.
relationship, you know? Like, you're like, oh, okay, you know?
The
But
first time I did it, honestly, with Sky, you know, it was awkward because it's like, think about it. I'm at work all day. I'm interviewing a bunch of hot girls for some reason. Lena's at home. She's
looking ugly as fuck, taking
living,
care of the
you know,
baby.
With the baby.
She got a hoodie with a Gatorade stain on it. And
I
she,
mean,
you know,
yeah,
she's
I'm a mess.
breastfeeding, whatnot. And, you know, it's like, it is kind of,
He comes home, he's like, I'm excited. I met this girl. She's hot. I think we could work with her. You know, she's got potential. And I'm like, turn off your girlfriend brain and turn on your business brain.
yes.
And I have to, you know, and I'm cool now, but it's like a weird like thing that I have to do with myself, you know, because it is so weird.
Yes.
You know, but it's working. I think it's
Plus
working
the
really well.
girls too. The girls like vibes are everything.
Oh, you guys are both great.
You
You're
know, like
solid.
that would
Yeah.
be so different if it was just like they were just overstepping or
Yeah.
things like that. Then
But
it'd
I
be
feel
so
like
different.
I have like a read on someone when I meet them within the first couple minutes.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I could have had a FaceTime with you and gotten off and been like, no, this girl
Yeah.
is not it. Like I knew that it was cool from the beginning.
Yeah.
but I feel like the thing with us that's the most important is that we just want to work with people who we think are really good people. And like, I just think personality in terms of this is so much more important than
Yeah.
anything
Than
else.
just
And-
just appearance.
yeah, you have to build a fan base. We want them to like me. Like we want the viewers
Yeah.
to like, and so you got to have something to go with that.
And I do have to admit that when I saw her butthole, I became
Oh yeah, I didn't know that. I knew you think she's just super hot. Like I knew it, you know. And I was like, oh okay, yeah.
There's something about when she just showed us her butthole that I was just like, you know what? That's a real. I feel like I can tell a lot about a person from their butthole. When I saw your butthole, I knew that we were gonna
You
have
knew
a
it was
long
destined.
and
He saw
and
heaven
torrid
all the way at
history
the
of-
end.
Wow, well, he's never confessed this to me ever.
I
So I
saw
feel
my
like
future in there.
I'm really learning a lot about you 5 years in now, babe.
This is big. Well, actually, you. This might be kind of awkward for you, but you and Stella haven't performed oral sex on each other or anything sexual yet.
No,
How's that
I just
going?
met her like 10 minutes ago.
Yeah.
So I have to say that I found you very hot when I saw you actually
Yes.
trying the kondometric in the studio.
Mm,
Like
that was such a good clip.
That was a
Yes.
good clip. I was like, oh, I like her. Yeah,
I
don't
love
know.
that. That's so funny.
Because I've never seen anyone do it naked.
Oh, that's
Were
that
you
went really
naked?
well. Yeah, that
Yeah.
went really well on Twitter.
People love that. on
Yeah,
Twitter,
they love.
We
that
should
on
have her. We
Twitter.
should have had one here. I want her
I
to see her do it again.
know.
That will be our foreplay for when we ever fuck. I'll just
Yeah.
have you play in front of me. Because
Yes.
he used to do it in front of me naked sometimes, and then we'd
I'm
go
still
into
down.
sex. And
All right, everybody, this episode is sponsored by us, Plug Talk. A couple years ago, Lena and I had the bright idea to start a podcast in which every week we interview a different baddie and then do you know what with her. So you can sign up right now via this URL, onlyplugtalk.com, for only $5 for your first month, and you can see every single episode we've ever done. This is an insane value. Check it out right now. Okay, so Stella, give the people out there who maybe haven't seen the Patreon episode, give us sort of a condensed life history that ends with you getting into the OnlyFans game.
So I started out in corporate. First, I guess I went to college. My first college, I got kicked out because I fucked my professor. And I had this really big like kink that I had that was always for kind of making people in charge like really attracted to me and wanting to fuck me. It was like they're in power. I want to like kind of just get them, you know what I mean?
Were you going to like study hours or whatever they call it?
Like
that's how I have it. Yes.
Oh my God. You always gotta go to study
Low
hours.
cut top, were your boobs big at that time as well?
Yeah, they were. Even though it doesn't look like I have implants, I do have small ones, but I always had like C cups, so they were like still working
lean
with.
over a little
yeah,
far.
and I was like this little blonde. I'm like sitting there, and I'm just like always in office hours, like, oh, professor.
I don't get this one. Can you
I don't
help me?
understand. So, yeah, they really. It wasn't really too hard, but then a student when I was in office hours was walking past, and I was going down to suck his dick, and that's when I got caught.
It all came crumbling down.
Yeah. And I was telling them pretty much the school like called my family and my family's
You decided
like
to do this on campus. You guys couldn't like meet up somewhere else. You're wild. Oh my God.
It was crazy. And then from there I left and I got kicked out. And then I started going to another college back at my home. And then I started working at a gym. And the gym, of course, I had to start there again. So I started just as the front desk. And the manager was a girl, so I was like, okay, this will be good. Like, maybe for once I can just chill. And then the owner starts coming in, he'll always sit behind the juice bar and just sit there. And he was honestly making more, hints to me too. He would always take pictures while I was standing behind the counter. He would text them to me. And then he'd be like, oh, I see you, but he was right behind me.
Oh
so
my God.
it's like 60-year-old humor, you know what I mean? Like, okay. That's like 60-year-old humor at the time. So then I just knew that one was pretty easy and in the bag. So I started with that, but then I was like, I kind of want to like take this and keep my corporate. So I stayed with corporate because I was working corporate for him. I was working as his regional manager for the gym. I'm not going to say the company in New Jersey. So I was managing a few of them. And then I went back to corporate America. My family works there. And then I just started doing OnlyFans too as like a side.
What like got you into the idea of like, oh, I think I can do this? Like,
I think if you go to any corporate office and you walk in, I clearly stand out. Like clearly stand out. It's like insane. And even when I try and like cover up a little bit, it's just like
your body's too sexual.
Yeah,
it's
too sexual. The blonde does it. Like you literally can't be blonde.
You're not exactly trying to be low key with the
You
blonde
have a
hair.
lot of, what is it, like 22 inches of blonde hair?
I mean, I feel like you could buy oversized clothes and look like shit, but I think
I do. I definitely do
try to pull that off?
sometimes. The only time I ever say is like, if you always got to test go in the gas station first. If you can go to the gas station and not get it on, that's a good outfit.
Depends
to
on
wear.
what gas station.
I honestly feel like it doesn't fucking matter anymore.
No, you go to the gas station on O Block, then we're gonna have an issue for sure. You go to the gas station around here, might be a little bit better.
Yeah.
I don't know. But generally the gas station's definitely lit.
Yeah. So when I was working in corporate, I knew I was different. So I was sitting there, I'm like, my little kinks couldn't get worked out. So I'm like, I'm going to start just like doing OnlyFans videos at my desk. So I started doing OnlyFans videos at my desk. And like, I would always see the people like walking past. And mind it, like my family is very big into corporate. So I have to still be like super careful.
So you'd be doing some kind of like low key stuff, like you'd have your phone up filming and you'd be pulling
under
your
the
titties
desk.
out and stuff.
Yeah.
And Bob in accounting is walking past in the background and he doesn't know what's going on, that kind of thing.
Yeah, and you could also sitting like this at your desk.
Oh my
God. So I would just put my phone up and
that is daring right there. But hot. And I understand why people are into that idea for sure.
Yeah, so I do have some really good videos from that, and I do that was like a fun time. And then I was still in corporate actually with the No Jumper episode. And I was kind of exposing myself on that. And that's when I was like, oh my gosh.
You have to quit.
Yeah, I got to figure something out.
You needed to come work in accounting for a company that
Yes.
is willing to
Shame
accept
you.
your
Yes.
way of life. Yeah.
So then they brought this amazing opportunity, and I've been.
Have you talked to anyone from your old job?
No, because my family's super like involved there. Like it's a huge phone company, and they were like executives there. So I really still have to be careful, but they'll still get like their friends or like coworkers or colleagues will like send them like be like, oh, I found your daughter's Instagram, like stuff like that. So,
but they know, right? They've
not really.
Oh
no, they've honestly thought for the past 2 years I've lived in New Jersey. I haven't been in Vegas.
So they don't even know where you really stay. Wow.
No, they're very, very scared of COVID, which I totally understand because they have like their health issues.
I understand they're cut off from the world, but the clip on the No Jumper YouTube has 120,000 views.
Yeah.
Not the most views, but 120,000 people
Someone's gonna
is a
send it
lot
to
of
them
people. Don't you
eventually.
think?
I know. I've been feeling so guilty recently,
'Cause
and
you
we're
haven't told
actually
them?
going home to New Jersey from here. We're going from here to New Jersey.
Wow.
And you're gonna have to see them.
And I think I'm gonna just come clean because it's like, I mean, we're doing this. I knew this is gonna get to be super, super public, and they know I do things that are public, but they don't know the porn part. So I'd like to just explain that to them.
Wow, that's amazing.
You're really gonna sit down and be like, I'm fucking on camera now?
Yeah, I think so. I think I'm just gonna say, like, listen, you guys don't like this might not be what you want, but like this is it. Because they feel like I haven't been like in their lives the past 2 years, which is kind of true, but it's hard when they don't know so much of it.
Yeah. It is hard. Like even
You
now
know?
my family is like, they know, but then it's like I still can't be like, can't come over to the gathering. I have work today.
Yeah,
like,
I
you
can't
don't really
say that.
You know, it's too
can't say
weird.
that.
We were leaving the house today, and even your mom was kind of like, "Have fun," and I'm just thinking in my head, like, you know what we're doing, and
But
I know
I'm like,
yeah.
I get ready in front
Oh
of
my
her sometimes.
God.
I'm like, I'm getting ready for content tomorrow, and she's like, you don't have to tell me. And I'm like, I'm not telling you anything. I'm just telling you content.
No, that's good
like,
to know, though. I like
Yeah.
to know that some people, I've seen so many girls where they're so close with their moms, and they're like, oh, I was at this girl Danny's content event last weekend, and she's like FaceTiming her mom, like, look at all the girls. And like, we're
my
all
God.
like,
Yeah.
so I'm like,
Yeah, I think at this point my mom is cool, but like like my grandma doesn't fucking know.
Oh,
so it's
no,
like
no,
I
yeah,
have to
that would
answer her
never
calls
be-
and show up to her house all the time because I think she thinks I live off of him and that I
Really?
don't have a job. That's
Look,
what I think.
Think about it.
Crazy.
You could have a woman who's 36, had a baby at 18. That kid is 18 now, stripping
Yeah.
with an OnlyFans. Her mom is 36. Her mom is literally a year younger than me. And that age difference of 18 years, yeah, maybe it's more common for it to be 20 or 25 years. But, you know, the world has changed a lot. Like, you know, I
Yeah.
feel like nowadays people are just going to be getting more and more used. I remember when I moved out here and I first had friends whose moms had fake tits. And I would be like, wow. And then I started to just realize, like, there's a ton of moms with fake tits.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
this is so normal.
I mean, especially like now that I know what it's like to have a kid and your body changing, I'm like, fuck, all the moms should get fake tits if they want them. Fuck it.
It's really invented for mothers, if you will.
I mean, it's a mom
Literally.
makeover, basically.
Yeah.
Let me just throw this out there. As the CEO of No Jumper and Plug Talk LLC, I don't institute a strong dress code policy at work.
At all.
Really none.
Yes.
Because you don't want to follow it.
Really, some of my employees look absolutely horrible almost all the time. Although there actually a lot of them dress pretty well. But as far as you,
Yes.
what is your interest? Describe your enthusiasm level for like hot, corporate looking, tight fitting, slim in the waist type, like, you know, suit dress
Oh,
type
yeah. I
things.
used to always wear like the tightest of the tight skirts.
Like pencil skirts.
Yeah, pencil skirts, and they're high waisted. So then they go up here, and then you have your little crop top with the blazer. So then your tits are just like.
Because I'm trying to see you two rocking those kind of matching
Oh, we
outfits.
should do
Like,
Let's go
that.
shopping.
for me, like my dick is gonna get so hard that the head is gonna pop off and fly across the room. So I that's something I'm in favor of. I don't know if I've ever told you that.
You've never told me. Thank you for confessing things to me on this podcast. I would absolutely love to wear them. They're so uncomfortable to walk in. In my
Yes.
opinion, you can only
So-
spread your legs so far.
Right.
So you literally have to like rip it open if you're gonna fuck me in it. But
that's amazing too.
or I can wiggle out of it.
You know me,
Wiggle.
and you know that one of my biggest things is I like to like rip clothing off, like, you know.
I feel like a man. Just
In my perfect world, we'd be fucking, and you'd be wearing jeans, and there would be like a hole in the jeans.
I'm gonna go
you'd
to Forever
still
21.
you'd still have the jeans on, but I'd be beating beating it up with the jeans on.
Okay.
I don't know.
I'm literally gonna go buy $20 jeans.
Literally,
Leave and like let you rip all of them.
No, they have
Reminds
to
me
be
of this
$2,000
one fan
jeans.
I video chat with him once a week, and he literally wants me to wear jeans every time.
Wow, really?
Jeans.
My face
like
is like
jeans.
audibly horrified when you said that because I'm like, wait, you video chat with the same person every
Oh my
week
God,
from your
yeah.
OnlyFans?
Oh,
I don't know
always
any
do.
other girls doing that.
Talk
That's
to us about
crazy.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I video chat. I will do video chat. Sometimes I'll do sales where it's just like $100 video chat for like 5 minutes or something. But I will stay on video chat. I've been on video chat. Oh my God, it's been like 3 a.m. and I've been on for like 4 hours, and the guys just keep tipping. So I'm like, okay,
But they're
I'll
not jerking
stay
off the
on.
whole time, right? They just like want to
No,
friends.
they just want to talk.
Yeah.
Like they want to talk. Some of them, a lot of them, I'm definitely just like squirting on camera or something, or like solo, or like we'll do live sex show or something. I record with my neighbor a lot. I tell them on my OnlyFans. So we'll do like live shows, we'll do video chat, stuff like that. That's how I feel like I make a lot on lives. That's where I feel like
Wow,
it
you're
keeps
totally
my-
comfortable. I honestly have never, in all my years of like camming and stuff, I've never been like one-on-one where I could see the other person's face.
Yeah.
And I think like, I know a bunch of dudes are jerking off to me, but I feel like if I could see their face, like it would
A lot
kind
of
of
them
freak
don't
me
turn
out.
their camera on, but some of them do.
Oh,
they do,
but so
they
it's
do.
not like IG Live where there's a bunch of people watching. You'll do
Sometimes there is.
Oh, I'm
sometimes,
thinking.
but a lot of the time I do just solo video chats too, like one-on-one.
Oh, nice.
Or I like when they do the like I can just pick one person to go on my live, so then I don't actually see them. That's my
Interesting.
favorite.
Okay.
You know, because
Oh,
then
okay.
it's
I
not
thought
a
you
Skype.
were seeing every single guy.
That's a lot of them too. Like the jeans
Oh.
one, I definitely see him.
You ever
every
see
time.
a dude and you're just like, oh my God, he's hot.
No, no.
You
and I
can't
feel
say
bad
no.
'cause every single person, their dicks are like literally
Oh.
this big, so I get it.
So if you have a big dick, your services are needed on her feed.
Needed
Yeah.
on my feed.
Okay.
Not
but-
enough big dicks. Write that down.
The guys who want to video chat with you have small dicks. Do they ask for the small penis humiliation, or do they think
I
their
think
dicks are
because
big?
I film with someone who has like a very, very, very big dick that I attract a lot of simps.
Interesting.
They like to see like they feel like they could never be a
And do
BBC.
they want
That's
they,
what
do
they
they want you to tell them that? Like,
yeah.
Okay.
So we've
so
done
that's their
videos
thing.
where I'm like shaming them as I'm like
Yeah.
sucking, his dick. I'll be like, you could never be this big black dick. Like,
Wow.
They will literally tell you to say that. They'll like pay
Yeah.
you and be like, please tell me this.
That's so
yeah, he has
interesting
to wear
to me.
headphones or else he would never.
Because okay, pretty much in my mind, my limit for like my dick or bigger is what I want to see in a porno. Is pretty much how I feel.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and I feel like that's interesting that they have really small dicks. They want to see a giant dick.
Huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they're into being shamed for their small dicks. So
Yeah.
I
Shout out
guess
to them because we
yeah,
appreciate
we
y'all.
love them.
Yeah.
We love them. We
It
love
is
all
what
the
it is.
fans.
something for everyone.
I think OnlyFans is the best because it brought out such people to be able to live out their kinks without it being like intense. Like you're not getting harassed, in person, because it brings these sexually frustrated people a way to like release it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They can like message someone behind a profile and have a weird kink and not feel ashamed about it.
Yeah.
Instead of like hiding it and then bursting in public,
Do you
Yeah.
have any weird kinks? Were you gonna ask her that?
Well, I was gonna say, yeah. Do you have that, or also like, are there any other weird ones that come through in terms of like you realizing like, oh, there's a lot of guys who are into this and they don't feel comfortable expressing it?
A lot of it's the humiliation. I feel like a lot of it's like asshole play. Like they
Ooh,
like
Lena's
guys
favorite.
being like
Only yours.
they like guys like me like rimming a guy or stuff
And you're not
like
opposed to that?
I want to find talent for it for sure.
A man that you could
I
eat
would
their
fuck
ass?
a guy with the strap on.
Oh,
For
like that.
sure.
I was asking
I
about
would.
eating the ass.
No, yeah, I mean,
Okay,
yeah,
but you're
but you
if
wanna
trying.
everything
peg
was
a guy.
clean, I
You're
would,
trying to find
yeah.
a dude who wants to get pegged. I'm sure there's more than a handful of them
I
out
would make
there.
probably a lot. Like I think that video would do really well.
Holy shit! Do you
Yeah.
think you'd be able to just be chilling with him afterwards, or would it be awkward?
No, definitely talent. That would be like, all right.
Bye.
Oh,
Hi.
The moment you're done, he gets booted out the door. Oh, this poor bastard.
He might want that. He might be into that.
Yeah.
I don't know how the apartment complex is going to feel about it when he's got his underwear around his knees and he's bleeding and he's fucking falling down in the hall. and-
Okay, don't be dramatic.
I
There
have a
doesn't have
mental
to
image.
be blood involved. He's so scarred from the time I tried to put a pinky in his ass and didn't
Oh
go
my
in.
I don't think you broke the skin.
I didn't even go
That's
in.
what you said that yesterday.
Yes, it was talking about me.
Literally-
I said a girl.
I know. I'm like, it was
said a
me.
girl.
Why is he
It could've
talking
been
about
anyone.
me and saying a girl?
Yeah.
That's so.
He probably didn't want anyone to know it was within the last 5 years.
Yeah. Okay, but so your fetishes. Less
He's
about
like,
me.
"Get this away."
Less about me. What's the stuff that really turns you on?
I like definitely more rough sex. I like more hard sex, and I like a lot of foreplay.
Really?
A lot of foreplay. Yeah, definitely more so. I like to ride. I like to go on top. I like when my ass is spread while I'm riding.
Getting nice visuals here in my head.
Gotta spread the ass.
Yeah, you have to spread.
Do you in terms of stories or things that come to mind of great sexual experiences that you've had, whether in the OnlyFans filming world, stuff that's available on your OnlyFans, or just stuff in general that happened to you, and maybe stuff that you didn't discuss on the Patreon, since we have some good tales on there too,
I haven't
believe.
seen that, so
Yeah,
blame
we
on
have
me.
a good swinger video that I like.
Wow.
So it's me and another pog, if you mind.
So you put
You know
yourself in the
pog?
pod category.
Yeah,
Okay.
I always
do.
have to re-Google what that means. I always forget, but I know what it is.
Fat ass white girl.
Yeah.
I know, but I didn't know what it was until I joined Twitter in 2017 and was like, what does this mean?
No, but that word gets you a lot of traction, I'm telling
Really?
you. Yeah, so when I don't necessarily think that because I feel like I'm in between thick and athletic. I feel like I'm very in between on that. I think thick's gotten a little higher since a lot of as the times have changed, people are just getting thicker. So thicker is thick. I think is
Like
a
the
little
BBL,
bigger. Yeah, I think
Okay.
I think thicker just is a little bigger than it was.
You
know?
watch rap videos from the 90s and you're like, holy fuck.
Yeah.
A world with no fake asses.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
almost impossible to believe this existed.
It's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we did this one and it was me and Kendra and we both just swapped back and forth. These two black eyes. So that was a good video.
I've worked with her. She has a crazy ass.
Crazy ass.
Huge
Crazy ass.
You're a
her, yeah, we do really well together. They really like
I
us.
could see that.
Yeah. So we actually have a lot of fun with Kendra. We have a lot. We have had threesomes. I've done tons. She's a good time. She's probably helped me explore
Really?
the most. Yeah.
So is it, okay, this is a very good question. When
Yeah.
you hook up with a girl for OnlyFans
Yeah.
type content, how important is the chemistry? And have you had situations where maybe you didn't hit it off with the girl and it was awkward or
I'd rather have it not be awkward.
Right.
I've always stayed within the same few girls that I've worked with. So I've never had to, I feel like people were never testing unless you were in porn in the beginning of OnlyFans. So I was really weird about doing content.
They weren't testing?
No, I would go to
Oh.
content events and they wouldn't ask me to get tested. So then I would go there and I wasted my money because I'm not gonna.
Yeah,
I would do
yeah.
solos and stuff, and then I would do things with girls where it's okay, you're next to each other, but I'm not gonna do anything that's
call.
you
there
know.
so much respect
Yeah,
for that
smart girl,
attitude.
yeah.
Yeah,
No,
so
that's
I
good.
always in the beginning they weren't doing that stuff, so I was like, I don't really want to be in that. So I found Alexa and I knew each other prior, and she kind of had her and her 2-3 groups, and they were always cool about getting tested every time. So I was always
Yeah.
okay, I'm gonna stick with them. So her, Vicky, Maria and Kendra have always been, but they all have really thick, good body types that do well with my
Yeah.
videos. So
I've always found the best thing to do is just to text a girl and be like, hey, here's my test. Because
Yeah,
then it's not
literally.
awkward of
Literally.
asking,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
you ever find yourself in a
now
weird
it's
situation?
better. Now I feel like everyone does.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
I feel
yeah.
like a year ago it didn't. They were not. No one cared. It was just free for all, and I was like. I was scared.
I mean, we
I'm,
test all
scared
the
for
time
these
and
girls.
we've been burned. It's
Yeah.
you have to do it.
Yeah, it is kind of a weird feeling getting tested so much to mostly just fuck my girlfriend. And
Literally.
I know,
another
yeah.
girl in there here and there, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Literally.
We'll get tested and shoot one time within the time that it's allowed,
Yeah.
and then I'm like, all right,
We
well,
gotta do
at
it.
least
Yeah.
I'm clean. I fuck my boyfriend all the time. I'm clean.
It's a matter of pride. You know,
Yes.
I walk around, I should get tested on my forehead.
Literally.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's a good video that we did. A lot of threesomes. I have really good threesomes, I feel like. We take a lot of angles, so we'll always put 3 or 4 tripods up, and that's why we get
commitment.
long videos,
Yeah,
because
definitely.
you get different angles.
That's how girls get closer these days, I think. It's like girls used to go to summer camp when I was a kid, Now they find a dude and sort of collab on his wiener together for their OnlyFans. Yeah.
Literally. Literally, I consider you more of my friend if we fucked.
100%.
Honestly, yeah, that's like how I met a lot of my friends. I feel like because I
Yeah.
had sex with them repeatedly.
And then
Literally.
you just
Some
become
form.
friends. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you're just cool. Yeah, different world.
It's like you just went
It
for a
is
jog
totally different.
together, you know?
It is
Do
weird.
you feel
'cause
like it's gonna be weird at like Parker's birthday or your wedding or something
my
if
God.
you have like I always think about my wedding and just what my friends look like and what my family looks like. I'm like petrified. I'm like the two extremes that will be.
I feel like a lot of the people that I've befriended who do porn, like for example Riley Reid, like if
Oh
when
yeah,
she,
super.
when she dresses the way she dresses, when she's not working, you would never be like porn star. You know what I mean?
True. Riley is not. Does not make me.
If I was
scream
Nicolette
porn star.
Shay's best friend and
Yes.
she was coming to our kid's birthday party, I might tell
That's
her
what I'm saying.
to
Yeah.
tone it down
Yes.
if she could, but she looks like Jessica Rabbit. She
Nicolette
can't.
Shea never gets to act like she's not a porn star for sure.
No,
yeah.
Oh my
Never.
god! I went to this like our friend's family barbecue like 2 weeks ago. And I brought my friend who's gotten like 3 BBLs, ribs removed, like all that, and like
What?
I'm like, oh
That's
yeah,
my
we're going
type.
to this family barbecue. So shows up in like a G-string thong bikini with like these little things, and I'm like, oh my god, like I should have known better. I should have known better.
I like don't care. I'm like I'll give a warning. I'll be like, listen, dress
Yeah.
appropriate. I don't want
Yeah.
any questions afterwards.
Literally.
Don't blow my cover. You know.
Don't blow my cover. I know, that's so funny.
100%. So, yeah, okay. What I was wondering, I have a friend in town.
Wait, what? You didn't tell me about this?
I do. I have a friend in town.
Okay.
I'm not going to share his name. He's a pretty big name in the industry, so we're going to keep his identity disclosed.
Okay.
And I also have a filmer here. And I was wondering, Stella, if Lena and I would be able to sort of witness your skills, I guess you could say.
Oh.
Oh, I thought I was doing a scene with her.
Yeah, I thought I was gonna get to smash.
I like that
Yeah.
idea too, but I feel like with my my friend in town, I think it might be a good chance for us to sort of take a back seat and